Let's get this bitch going. It's been a few months for a video, clearly, but unlike your standard YouTuber who does what I watched every month and reviews each of those, figured I'd do something way cooler. I'm gonna do what I watched over the first semester of my sophomore year of college, because you know what? I'm fucking awesome. Quick disclaimer, quite a few of these movies I love. So if I'm saying I enjoyed it, or it's perfect, or blah blah blah, over and over again, it's because, it is. I don't like watching bad movies very much, so if I can get all the good movies out of the way, then maybe I'll start touching bad movies. These are my notes for the video, aka big ass movie list. Starting off, Game of Thrones Season 7, the epitome of narrative wheel spinning. It's better than Season 5, that's all I can really say about it. Twin Peaks The Return, absolute perfection, better than the first two seasons. Quite a hot take. I don't need a Season 4, but if David Lynch makes it, I guarantee I probably won't watch it.
You won't watch it?
Also a hot take, yeah. I mean, even if he has full creative control, I think I've agreed with myself that where it's ended with Carrie Page and Dale Cooper, it's actually amazing. It just seems like if he gets a Season 4, which he said wasn't going to happen, then the Season 5 is going to get pushed out of him, and then a Season 6, and then a Season 7, and then who knows, he's just going to end up unintentionally answering everyone's questions about Twin Peaks. I watched Casablanca 2 times for 2 separate classes. Ingrid Bergman's super hot. Humphrey Bogart's dope as shit as Rick. Up next, we had one of my all-time favorite movies, American Psycho, starring Christian Bale. I think it's a very hilarious movie in all the truly okay dark ways. Like, not just like racist or something and calling that dark. I am thoroughly entertained every single time I watch it. Classic bank robbery movie called Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino. It's a nearly 3-hour movie and it's entertaining the entire time. Truly a testament to like real acting and how into roles certain people can get. Al Pacino and the crowd outside and the police negotiator all have such a fantastic dynamic. This movie is one of a kind. I swear to God, if it ever gets remade, I will riot. Then we have the 1931 German classic called M by Fritz Lang, who's going to show up a few more times on this list. I really like what it does. Pretty much the police and the townsfolk of Germany have elected that this child murderer is disgusting, so they're gonna hunt him down and kill him. They just have to find out who he is first. It portrays Germany as just this disgusting hive of like angry people, which is kind of what it was in 1931. That I think the black and white coloring fits better than any other black and white movie I've seen this semester. Up next, we have all the Dave Chappelle specials, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm missing probably 2 in there that we didn't watch. I know one of them is The Bird Revelation, but I think these are all hilarious, and Dave Chappelle is definitely back in full fashion. He should release one of these at least a year because he's fucking amazing. The Farewell, starring everyone's favorite Asian lady, Awkwafina. Really touching movie, probably one of my favorites of the year. The more I think about it, the more I love it. Avengers Endgame, still perfect in my mind, I'm sorry, but I don't care if there's wheel spinning in it in people's minds, or there's filler, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's fine. It wraps up 23 movies and 11 years of films. Sorry. Did it better than Game of Thrones, so. Woman in the Window, another Fritz Lang movie. It's like a prequel to The Sixth Sense in a way. Once you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I watched a short film called Cul-de-sac. It was really stupid. It's one of those movies that clearly a student made and was like, that's a good idea. Double Indemnity, probably the most famous noir film ever. Really good, really entertaining. I don't really ever need to watch it again. It's fantastic though. The Seventh Seal, starring everybody's favorite Swedish person, Max von Sydow. Watched this one, not exactly at the greatest time, but it was really great. There's no other film that I have truly ever seen that is like it. Superbad, perfect. The Deer Hunter, kind of boring. I don't like any of the Vietnam stuff in it, to be honest. Really good 2/3 of a movie. Joe Rogan's special, Triggered, hilarious. Brazil. First time I ever watched it, definitely one of my favorite movies of all time now. Terry Gilliam sure knows how to build sets. Starring Jonathan Pryce in a very surprising turnout from Robert De Niro. 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. It's good. It's entertaining. I didn't like it as much as I think Bella did.
I liked it quite a bit.
It's one of the most entertaining Best Picture nominees I've ever seen. Scarlet Street, I really hated this movie. It's another Fritz Lang movie. I did not like this because Edward G. Robinson in this movie is a total schmuck. Now, he does look like a schmuck, but he's actually supposed to be kind of smart in most of his roles. He's in Double Indemnity, he's in The Woman in the Window, and he's in Scarlet Street, and he's just kind of a dipshit in this one. Then I watched The Best Years of Our Lives, which is a movie made for vets after World War II, and I think it's very nice, sweet, meditative movie. Travis Scott, Look Mom, I Can Fly. Ugh. I'm kind of embarrassed that I watched this. There's no narration. It's just kind of clips of Travis Scott's life. I didn't get the hype, and so this just kind of confirmed that I really don't care about his personal life. Elite. Season 1, this is a foreign show from, I believe, Spain on Netflix. It's really entertaining trash. The Big Sleep, I definitely should have put a star next to this. This movie is fucking wild. It's one of the most confusing noirs ever. On the Waterfront, starring Marlon Brando. It's really good. It has no rewatch value, unfortunately. Apostle. Grimy. Taxi Driver, Bella had never seen this for some fucking reason.
Sorry about it.
Taxi Driver is a perfect movie. Gilda is a classic film noir that we watched for my, you guessed it, film noir class. It's really good. Rita Hayworth is smoking hot. It grew on me a lot since I've seen it. Bella played a clip of Rita Hayworth looking smoking hot.
It's insane. She looks way too hot.
Sunset Boulevard, an absolutely perfect in every way movie, impeccably paced, impeccably written, impeccably shot, impeccably cast, impeccably acted. Everything about it is fucking perfect. It stands the test of time and it's amazing. And they're remaking it with Glenn Close because of course they fucking are. American Beauty, Bella had also not seen.
This is gonna be a common trend.
For some reason, it's one of my all-time favorite movies despite the Kevin Spacey controversy. The Wild One, God, I did not like this movie. It is a Marlon Brando biker movie from the 1950s. It's considered to be the first biker movie, and God, is it boring. Fantastic Planet definitely gets a star. Definitely gets 10 out of 10. What do you want to say about it, Bella? Because I don't really have anything to say. I think it's amazing.
Well, I've seen it 2 times now, and I love it so much. The artwork is fantastic. The use of colors is perfect, honestly. If you are a fan of animation in any capacity, this is just going to blow your mind.
Yes, thank you to Ralph the Movie Maker for having this in his Blu-ray collection. Up next, we have the first movie that caused major fluctuation in my brain. Joker! When I first got out of it, I thought it was a perfect movie. And of course it had a star next to it. Unfortunately, the star has been erased because I didn't think it was that great of a movie upon thinking about it. And then a fellow named the Internet Janitor made a brief analysis about it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah to that movie. We have one of my new all-time favorites as well with Suspiria, the remake. Dakota Johnson proves that she can actually act besides look hot. Go check the movie out, and yeah, it's one of my favorites now. I think it's just totally unique. Big Mouth Season 3, not as good as Season 2, but just as weird as ever, and still as relatable as ever somehow. Up next is Psycho.
Here's one that I have seen, but Alex hadn't. This is the one that I win.
I had never seen Psycho before this, but I knew the entire plot, so I would say classic. Up next is Dr. Strangelove, directed by Stanley Kubrick. It's good. Touch of Evil, probably my favorite noir film that we watched that I hadn't seen yet. Orson Welles is absolutely awful in this. Not awful in the sense that he is giving a bad performance, but he is just one of the worst things to look at. He is a fucking blob, and it's awesome. There's another Stanley Kubrick movie by the name of The Killing. He considers this to be his directorial debut, and guess what? It's just okay. This is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which Bella had not seen. Bella, share your thoughts, because I love this movie way too much.
I actually really, really loved it. The first 20 minutes, I think Alex would agree with me, is a little slow.
It's really borderline unwatchable.
Going in and knowing that this is the film that started the slasher movie trend and trope was really exciting to just kind of go in there with that expectation.
Yeah, besides like Psycho or Halloween, like Halloween really popularized it, but you know, this film is truly its own animal. The sequel to Breaking Bad that nobody asked for, but I really surprisingly loved. It could have used about 5 or 10 minutes of trimming and it would have been perfect. I gave it a 9 on IMDb out of pure respect and consideration that it is pretty much just 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. So we watched Chinatown. Bella had never seen it, so of course I had to make her watch it, and it's an amazing movie with a fucking dope breakneck speeded script. Next, I watched The Boys, the first season. It's good, it's entertaining, enough. Climax. Fuck Gaspar Noé and his fucked up mind and his controversial, prodding filmmaking. I feel like I was supposed to like this one, but I just really hated it. Harold and Maude is a good movie. You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix. I think it came out a year or two ago. So I think it's in Joaquin Phoenix's contract that he just has to be a depressed drifter of some kind. This movie is fucking sad, dude. I shouldn't have liked it, but I did. Citizen4, the Edward Snowden documentary from HBO, absolutely riveting. Up next we have the original Terminator, which only needs one word. Streamlined. Blowout. This is a wacky Brian De Palma film. It has John Travolta and it's really bizarre. I wasn't a huge fan of it. In the Heat of the Night. I shouldn't have liked this one as much as I did, but Sidney Poitier is my fucking dude. I don't know, this movie just works on pretty much every level. Blue Velvet, we watched for my film noir class. It's great. It's David Lynch. It's not his best movie, but apparently Bella thinks so.
It's one of his best.
Yeah, it's definitely one of his best, but
I love Kyle MacLachlan with my entire heart.
I smelled to see if there was any hair in the air. I really watched these two movies in tandem just so I could say this. The Stepford Wives and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Get Out did it better. That's it, that's all I have to say. Night of the Living Dead, the original, not that great. Crucify Me, I guess, old people. The Lighthouse, perfection? I don't know. It definitely is. Robert Pattinson is amazing. Willem Dafoe is even better.
Did you know that Willem Dafoe is wearing fake teeth in The Lighthouse?
I could tell, kind of, because I was like, if Willem Dafoe has that gross of teeth, poor guy. Midnight Cowboy, totally original, and I fucking loved it. Medium Cool, rest in peace, Robert Forster. I love you. You will always be one of my favorite actors, despite me not liking this movie very much, I'm sorry. The pilot for Twin Peaks. It's pretty much a movie, I don't know. It's considered a movie in the EU. The original Halloween, my favorite horror movie of all time. And a truly perfect movie. I never, ever, ever get bored watching Halloween. It's effective as fuck. Good job, John Carpenter. Jackie Brown. I was very surprised, and I think it might be my second or third favorite Tarantino movie. The Godfather, I think it's a perfect movie. It contains two of my favorite scenes of all time. The getting oranges / assassination scene and the other assassination scene.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. It was my first time watching it because this has just been the semester of Bella catching up on classics she should have seen by now. It was 3 hours well spent.
Mulholland Drive, up next, my favorite David Lynch movie. And I think knowing what's going to happen in it really affects me. But the last 10 minutes are just so...
beat you over the head like depressing.
But in an earned way. It's awesome. I also love that in David Lynch's mind, the mob controls Hollywood. The only movie for History Through Film that I think Bella watched with me, and I hate that it was because Easy Rider was not a good movie. Garbage. I really did not like this movie. The only thing I liked was the ending shot. What was my other favorite part?
Jack Nicholson, baby.
Yes, Jack Nicholson's fucking great in this movie. He should not be as good as he is, but goddamn, he earned his supporting actor Oscar nom. Vanilla Ice Cream in the form of a TV show known as Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's so funny, yet it's so plain, and I can have it on in the background doing fucking everything and anything. And tune in, and Andy Samberg is just gonna make me laugh at any point. Mad Max Fury Road. I watched this twice because Bella was like, yo, I haven't seen it. And I was like, oh, really? And so we watched it.
I fucking loved it. It made me cry because it was just so well done.
And just like Bella and I have said already, the editing is so goddamn good. GoldenEye, it's fun. Sin City, god damn it, I hated this movie. But it's really gross. It's a nasty fucking movie. Fuck you, Robert Rodriguez. I'm not watching any of your other movies. Joe, man, we just had 2 shitty movies in a row. This is not the 2015 movie with Nicolas Cage that's apparently actually good. Produced by a studio that primarily made porn films before this. The character of Joe was just so fucking annoying. Usually I don't yell at the TV because I hate when people do that, but I kept telling him to shut up. It's awful. It's my favorite film of the year, Parasite. It is a amazingly structured movie. It is Bong Joon-ho's best, from what I've seen, his best film. Parasite is a movie that everybody needs to go see, and I do not think people will dislike it. It's perfect. Edge of Tomorrow, fun. Drive, art house for Chads. Gone Girl, I don't know, what do you want me to say? It's fucking David Fincher's coolest looking movie in my mind. All the President's Men. What a confusing movie, is what everyone would tell you, except for if you just watch it twice and start looking at the notepads. It's actually a really great watch. Snowpiercer. There's not a lot I could say about Snowpiercer. I really like it. Chris Evans is great in it. It's yet again another Bong Joon-ho movie with a commentary on class, and I think it's a lot of fun. Dolomite is my name, or Dolomite is my name. It's really only amazing because of Eddie Murphy's performance. Other than that, it's a pretty standard biopic. Her. It's an adorable and perfect movie starring Joaquin Phoenix as, guess what? A depressed loner. He fucks his phone, what can I say? Laugh at that if you want, but it's really touching. The Mandalorian. I haven't caught up on the past 2 episodes, but it's awesome. Layer Cake, a Matthew Vaughn film, and it's fine. It's a pretty fun and entertaining crime thriller. Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping, a absolutely hilarious comedy. The last song is the best thing ever. Knives Out, very entertaining. Dr. Sleep, god damn it, was this movie frustrating. I also expected a lot from it because I've liked most of Mike Flanagan's stuff, but the dude's gotta chill out with the fade editing. Rose the Hat is an excellent and totally unique villain. I'm glad this movie exists. I do not like the last third. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, apparently a classic. Wasn't that wild about it. It's fine, it exists. E.T.'s cute. Up next is my favorite comedy of the past few years, Game Night. There's nothing wrong with this movie. I love Game Night. I love it more than anyone else, and I know that, and I don't care. Mean Streets, didn't like it. Casino Royale, the best Bond movie. Under the Skin, I don't know how to talk about this movie to normal people. It's thought-provoking, and I loved it. It's One Child Nation, a documentary, half directed by somebody who actually went to Ohio University. I loved it a lot. It's not an easy watch. It's the best documentary I've seen of the year. Another film that Bella had not watched called Good Time, and Robert Pattinson is obviously amazing in it.
Upon reflection, it really is a fantastic movie. Just give it some time after you watched it. Don't react right away.
Up next is season 1 of Barry. Absolutely. Oh! Barry lives up to the hype. Bill Hader deserves every award that he gets, and I'm so happy. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
If you like surrealism, you need to go watch this right now.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Okja. Didn't like this one very much. Okja is very cute. Then we watched Kingsman. Bella had never seen it. We wanted to watch a fun movie, and I still have a lot of fun with it, but it does not hold up nearly as well as when it came out in 2014. Alright, so the camera died. Lightning round. Whiplash. It's great. It's definitely agreed upon to be a modern classic. And it has my favorite finale of the decade.
Yeah.
The 10-minute drum sequence that you don't even realize is fucking 10 minutes is excellent. Bonnie and Clyde, I only watched this to get this off of the AFI Top 100 list. It's fine. The Irishman was a depressing and thought-provoking and emotional movie. Oh, God. The Departed. This movie gives me a headache on all levels, man. I swear to God, the editor must have been on cocaine. And it's embarrassing, truly, that this movie won Best Editing at the Oscars. So yeah, those were all the movies that I watched this semester. I'll count them up and then we'll put the number right here on my fucking face. Thanks for watching. I love you. Get some sleep.